Good evening, everybody. A look inside the class of 1923 arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's ACHA D2 hockey here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Tonight, it's the Drexel Dragons against the Maryland Terrapins, and we welcome you now into our broadcast booth. Bob Long here to bring you the action. Mike Crisafulli will be on camera this evening. It is a little bit of a late start here this evening. A game prior to this one went late, and we expect this puck drop to be within the next 5 to 10 minutes here. But this Drexel team, a D2 team that is 3-3 on the year, so much talent. They entered a new conference this year, tried to challenge themselves, and Justin Levin says that this is a team that needs to bring it every single night. They've had some great results, some results where it has not been the effort he'd wanted to see for 60 minutes. And I think this is going to be a statement-type game against the regional power. The University of Maryland at the D2 level, at the ACHA level, they're coming up here to Philly tonight, trying to bring home a victory for their squad. And Drexel, on the other hand, trying to show that they belong at this level and trying to, of course, always make that ascent. Players on this team, there's a road to the D1 team here, coached by Kyle Zoldi, and it's going to be by performing at this level under Justin Levin and the rest of his staff. We're going to take you back to the ice here, and as the referees are now on the ice, the University of Maryland team are starting to come onto their bench as well, and we expect puck drop in just a few minutes. However, we're going to hear from Josh Finlayson. We did an interview with him just a few weeks ago. Hear his thoughts, and we may have to cut through this midway for puck drop, but enjoy it, and we'll be right. Intermission here on the Drexel Hockey Network. We have Josh Finlayson here with us. Josh, thanks for the time.
No problem. Thank you, Chair.
Hey, my pleasure. So walk me through this season, expectations, change in the conference. A lot of change with your program.
Yeah, last year we kind of came with a lot of question marks in the first year, but after the first few games, we kind of noticed that we can compete, and then about, say, 9 or 10 games in, we were about the top of the league. So I think this year we're just trying to take the next step and keep building what we got on. I think we have a great group of guys that just really want to compete, and we're moving to a very competitive division. It's one of the best in the country. So we're confident, but we're also humble about ourselves, so I think we can go a long way this year.
Freshmen coming in. Have you gotten the opportunity to meet and see a lot of them, and how do you expect them to compete right away?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of freshmen came in pretty quick, and I mean, every year it shocks me how good these young players are that come in, and they just compete right away, and there's a lot of talent on the ice every game. And I mean, we have a ton of depth, so every line 1 through 4 and all our D pairings have a ton of talent, and yeah, we just can roll lines, and I think that's what we do. We just tire out teams and just grind on them and then wear them out, and then we kind of just go in there and put up some points.
That's good. When somebody is going to watch, D2 hockey for the first time at Drexel, what are they going to see? What's the character, the identity of this particular hockey team?
I think from going back last year and watching a lot of our games, I think we just roll 4 lines and just pound teams out. We have a ton of depth, and we just work really hard. I think our work ethic's crazy. We for everything, if we get on the power play, even strength or penalty kill, we just work as hard as we can and just put in as much effort every single shift. And we may not be the most skilled team every night, but we're definitely the hardest working.
Well, I certainly think that. I had the opportunity to broadcast you guys a few times, and you guys can move, you guys can fly, you guys make things difficult on people. Welcoming teams that maybe you might have seen last year to a brand new class of 1923 arena, what's that going to be like? It's
going to be special. I mean, I haven't seen the rink in 5 months now, so the first practice is going to be pretty cool. It'll be cool getting some new boards on there that are pretty. Last year the boards are a little unpredictable sometimes. You get a little, if you dump the puck sometimes it'll pop out somewhere, but hopefully you gotta, and just keeping the home rink atmosphere. I feel like last year, I think we didn't lose at home. I think we're pretty sure we were undefeated, so we got to keep that home mentality as we just go in with winning mentality every game.
So I asked a few D1 guys, and most of them didn't take the bait for a Kyle Zoldi impression, but do you have a Justin Levin impression for us? Or a Mike Antoni, or?
Oh, wow. So, let's see. I'm trying to think of a good quote that comes from our team.
I'll grant you immunity, too. I don't know if I have the power to do that.
I don't know.
It can't be held against you.
I know. Should have prepped for this one a little better. I was trying to heard you guys ask a lot of the funniest guys on the team. I was trying to prep them for that one. Wasn't expecting that.
That'll come next.
Oh, it'll come next. All right, cool. A good Reg impression. I don't know if I got one. He's more just kind of comes in for like 5 minutes before a game and just gives his little spiel, and then we're ready to go. So he keeps it pretty quick before every game, so doesn't really have a saying.
Okay. So now the one you were prepared for.
Yeah.
Funniest guy on the team.
All right, so there's a couple, but I think I'm going to have to give it to Pete. I mean, he was pretty close to in the locker room every game. He's a very calm guy in the locker room, but also a little bit of goofball sometimes. Keeps it very light in the locker room, which is great. So, yeah, definitely. I think Pete's the guy for that one.
Okay. And then the most profound, somebody that'll make you think.
Wow. In the locker, that's a tough one.
And why?
Wasn't ready for that one, I have to say.
That's part of being on the hot seat.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Most profound? Probably going to go. So there's three of them. So we got the three people sitting next to each other in the locker room. We got Shelley, Maz, and Carlson. They're all right next to each other in the locker room. So putting them together it's a pretty scary group, and get interesting sometimes.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, I appreciate the time. Thanks for playing along with the questions on the hot seat. And we'll be watching, we'll be broadcasting, and we're looking forward for a big year for you guys.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we join you here at the conclusion of the national anthem here from the class of 1923 Arena, the home of the Drexel Dragons, as Drexel and Maryland are about to get underway. Once again, Bob Long here on play-by-play. Mike Crisafulli is my wonderful camera person, and we are excited to bring you Drexel D2 action. The University of Maryland comes into this game 2-3-2-0. That's 2 wins, 3 losses, and 2 overtime losses. This is their third road test of the year. The first 2 tests for this Terrapins team has been quite scintillating. Both of those games they lost, but both were in overtime. Drexel, a strong team at home. They're 3-3 overall, looking to pick up another home win. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been uniting academia and industry to empower the next generation of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business and join over 40,000 alumni who are transforming their careers in industry. Learn more at drexellebeau.com. This game is brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business, and we are underway. Drexel dressed in the navy blue sweaters, Maryland in the white. Adam Childs is in net tonight for Maryland, as that shot gets all the way through and Childs makes the save. Stick lift there and brought up the ice by Maryland. Turned on there by Liam Eden, and they'll play it back for Matthew Freeman. Freeman across the back wall to David Ely, the defenseman, who's plugged into the backboards by Josh Finlayson. They'll turn it up ice. A good cross-ice pass comes onto the stick of Griffin Connolly. Connolly plays it through, and that one goes all the way to the boards. Connor Harkins kept the stick there and just held up on the post. Now along the near side boards, Drexel looking for a clear. Can't get it, but it is spun aside. Noah Montague gets there and flips it up into the neutral zone. That one gloved and shipped along the sideboards. Griffin Connolly plays it back. He'll go to the bench for a change, as will all but one of the Terrapins. Turnover here by Drexel. Comes to the feet of number 19, Joe Finlayson, and it's popped up the ice. Childs comes there and now sent right back in. Childs got a stick on it. Not a good stick play from the goaltender for Maryland, but they will turn on it, and the alternate captain's going to be able to clear it. Here comes Nathan Hefner, number 3, from the backside. He's going to flip it up and chase it. Goes back behind the net, and he's going to get there first. Good work there by Maryland as they turn it on and spin it back behind the net. Dropped right in front. A good stick there by Harkins. Flings it up and into the seating. That one goes off the post as it's flung from the point. Skipped up, and here comes Drexel the other way. Colin Quinn back behind the net, chases after it. That one sent across the net. Zach Messerly pumps it behind. Pinching in there, number 27, John Carlson. It's back behind the net. Maryland looking for a clear. Losing an edge there is one of the defensemen, number 17, Tyler Mcevoy. But now Maryland will get the clearance. Can't control it, though, as Drexel pulls it back into their zone. Up to the point, but not out. Spun back in and back behind the net by number 28, Ian Chokrick. Big hit there, and going down hard was Carlson. Carlson very slow to get up. Play continues here in the offensive zone for Maryland, and now they'll blow it dead, and Carlson was hit hard. It was Jacob Pilner laying the hit, and Carlson remains down on the ice. 17:22 to play here in this first period. Apologize for the first couple of minutes there that we had our still cam on the ice. Certainly saw some of the action, but understand that some of the action on the other end of the ice was missed. Won't happen again. But certainly the concern right now is John Carlson down just off of our camera on the near side. Drexel goes to the bench. Take a look at Justin Levin, getting an explanation from the referee, and he's going to make what I think is quite a fair argument that, hey, how was there no penalty on that? The conversation now is concluded. And unfortunately, Carlson very slow to get up. Being attended to by one of the great trainers here at Drexel University. And a silence has fallen upon the arena at this moment. Maryland's entire team is over at their bench. Drexel has all of their players except for the goaltender, Connor Harkins, who remains in net and looks on with concern as Carlson is still being attended to. Carlson's been sat up now, and he is responding to the trainer. Now, assistant coach Mike Antoni has making his way to the injured player along the boards. Two teammates have made their way over. They're going to hoist Carlson up and help him skate off with support on both sides. A rousing hand for John Carlson, who's up on the near side of the glass. Has two teammates there ready to skate him off when he's ready. What started as quite the atmosphere for hockey here, a loud barn, a solemnness and silence has come upon it as John Carlson has helped to the locker room. Certainly hope that he is okay, and if there are any updates, we'll be sure to get them to you. We're back underway, and Harkins makes the save on a deflected puck, got all the way to the net, 17 minutes, 17 seconds to play. And we'll do another face-off at the same circle. Pilner wins the face-off for Maryland, but a nice poke forward here by Drexel. Here's Chase DeMauro. DeMauro takes the shot, and it's saved there by Childs. A good pull of the stick and a really nice shot on net, forcing Childs to make the save. Now that one gets caught in the blade of the official, and it's sent back into the Drexel zone. Played up the near side. Here's Jack Ventolo. Ventolo fired that very hard. It went off the skate of his teammate DeMauro. Back the other way, Griffin Connolly. Connolly flips it. That'll get past Harkins to the backboards. And now it'll come to number 23, Gianluca Mazzarelli. Mazzarelli plays forward. Ventolo. DeMauro can't seem to clear. That one goes off the skate of DeMauro to the point and not out. Sent right across. Harkins makes the save. Here's the follow. Another save from Harkins. Pops straight up, and it's sent to the backboards off the glove of Ventolo. That went straight up and might have come down to the net if not for Ventolo's effort to fling that one away with the glove. Another shot. Harkins there. Another time. Harkins finally clears it up. What a great job to hang in there. 3 or 4 saves, all at different angles, and then covering it up. Connor Harkins, good work in the net for the first 4 minutes of this hockey game. Still 0-0. Lucas Freeman, number 4, has it. Now spun across. Freeman's going to get it back after Plotkin had trouble with it. Around the backboards, touched up there. And outscapes Simon Rosenbaum as he forces a play on it by the goaltender Childs. Now Drexel strong on the forecheck here. Plotkin is back there, as is Josh Finlayson. He'll get there. Playing it back to the point, but a nice job by Nathan Hefner. Hefner plays it to the red line for Maryland and gets it into the zone. I thought that was offside. Referee blew that dead. And here's Hefner, 1-on-none. The shot goes high and wide. They'll chuck it deep. Hefner another time, saved by Harkins. Another one through traffic, went wide. Back to the point, Maryland able to fling it off the boards and keep it in for the time being. Freeman tries to clear. One more touch, and it is into the neutral zone. Not without a fight, though. Maryland making things difficult early on Drexel. 5 minutes into this one, still scoreless. Drexel in the navy blue. Looking for a clearance here. Can't get it. And played back now to number 20, Matthew Crane. Crane's pass goes off the stick, and now it goes over Crane's stick. Drexel's going to have another look at it as Josh Finlayson has it now. Lucas Freeman takes it back behind the net. Pressure here from Maryland as they're not giving up on anything. That cannot be kept into the zone. Might have been better just to touch that puck up. Here comes Drexel the other way. Brett Woshner, he's back behind the net. Kicks it well over to number 20, Matthew Crane. Woshner sends across in front. They scramble for it. Puck is loose. And now we get a stoppage as the referee lost sight of it, and Childs is able to cover it up. Another look. There's the puck in front. And it looked like Matthew Crane had an opportunity. He kind of dove forward towards it. Might have been tripped up in front. And a scramble in front of the net. Does not quite result in a goal, but a good scoring opportunity for Drexel. Crane now keeps that one in. Spun to the line, but not out. Number 9, Zach Messerly plays it back behind the net. Pinching forward there, Tim Mikulik, number 12. Played into the middle, in between the circles, the shot and the save. A second one, Adam Childs is up to the test for Maryland. 2 really good looks there for Brett Woshner. Here comes a great pass as Woshner comes up to the top of that circle, slides towards the dot after that first shot. Second one, Childs cuts down the angle very well. A fight for it in the neutral zone. Maryland comes up with possession. A long cross-ice pass was ambitious, and now here comes Drexel onto it. Colin Quinn turns with control, plays across for Jake Rudloff. Tim Mikulik has a lot of pressure coming on him. Slid forward along the near side boards. There's 4 men in there. It's going to be number 22 for Maryland, Christopher Bevel Bouchard. Bevel Bouchard still in there on the forecheck. There's 2 Dragons in there, and a nice play by Tim Mikulik, but can't get it out. This one played in between the circles, and now Drexel's going to have possession. Can't clear. That was an effort to do so by lifting the puck from Zach Messerly. He'll try it again. This time does, but that should be an icing. And a tired line for Drexel needs one more clean clearance to get off the ice here with 12:57 to play. Still a scoreless hockey game. Bob Long on play-by-play. Mike Crisafulli is on camera this evening. The face-off controlled by Drexel as Mikulik backhands it around. Chipped forward, but only to the line. That one comes all the way through and does get just wide of net, but I don't know that Harkins saw that particularly well. Shot was blocked in front. Spun, but not out of the zone. In the slot, extra pass right across. Harkins, good lateral movement, getting that pad to the opposing post. And now Drexel the other way. Harkins has been brilliant early on. Harkins comes out of net to get that one. Noah Montague. Montague plays it forward for Jim Bell. Sent all the way around the boards. Drexel will get the clearance as Maryland's getting the change. This one dropped down in the zone. Shot from just north of the circle. Blockered away by Harkins. Joe Finlayson along the near side. Chips it forward. Could not be controlled. Maryland will try it again. One touch and dump and chase it. Montague, good turn on the puck, maintaining possession. Nice pass up for Bell. Here's a 3-on-2 for the Dragons. Dropped off behind. Bell has it, takes the shot. And Childs was on the strong side post as Bell tried to lift it top shelf. We'll get one more look as this one comes to Bell. Good look. Childs cut down the angle, but a good look there and a nice counter rush by the Drexel Dragons. That shot goes well wide. Maryland turns on it. Number 28, Ian Chokrack, plays it to the other side. Sent up with the flip by Scott Sutherland. Maryland with the change. Montague plays that into the middle of the ice. Turning on it now, number 17, Tyler Mcevoy. A lot of guys out there on the ice, but perhaps just enough to avoid too many men for Maryland. 11:07 to play. Nothing here from class of 1923 arena. Montague, one touch, gets to the line. Wonderful keep that time by David Ely. That pass didn't have enough on it. Good stick lift by the Drexel defense. And now could it be another 3-on-2? No, they're going to abandon that and get a line change. So just 2 Dragons up there amongst the rest. That's Gianluca Mazzarelli and Zach Plotkin. And now Plotkin is going to skate to the bench as well and complete that line change. Maryland builds the other way. Nice play there by number 10 for Drexel, Josh Finlayson. Here's a shot that's ripped wide from an off angle by Simon Rosenbaum. That eludes his stick. Gianluca Mazzarelli in there on the forecheck, as is number 20, Matthew Crane. Some more sustained pressure by Drexel in the last 5 minutes after the first 5 were controlled by Maryland. And this time it's the Terrapins having a little bit of trouble clearing. Now they'll get it to the red line. That line is tired, and they'll come to the bench for a change. Under 10 minutes to play in the first period. Mazzarelli turns on that puck and just backhands it to possession here by Maryland. Connor Havey plays it across. 3-on-3, bringing it into the zone, in between the circles. A decent little hit from behind. Now a long shot goes high of the net. Harkins saw it all the way. Now another wrister is blocked in front by Lucas Freeman. Back to the point. Now Bevel Bouchard takes the shot and scores. Bevel Bouchard from the top of the circle lets one rip through a lot of traffic. And Maryland takes a 1-0 lead over Drexel. Given a lot of space, just let it rip. And beats Connor Harkin's glove side. Now the Dragons get a clearance, and it's a chase for it. Tyler Alt gets there first. Alt's going to create an opportunity in front for Drexel, but there were too many Terrapins there. Losing the stick was Maryland. They're going to ask for a slash. The head coach, Joseph Carter, cannot believe it. And a long shot, it's deflected up and into the netting. We'll get a stoppage with 8:38 to play here in the first period. Maryland on the board first. A big-time shot from Christopher Bevel Bouchard from the top of the circle through a whole lot of traffic. Drexel wins the faceoff. Batted forward in between the circles, and Maryland comes up with it. This one flipped high by Matthew Freeman. And Drexel is going to come down with it. Noah Montague sends it in, up to the blue line and out. Montague delivers a nice hit. And we'll get a whistle. Face-off will come out of the circle, or out of the zone to the dot in between the blue and the red line. Fighting for control on this face-off. Drexel will get there first, backhanded in by number 21, Jeffrey Student. Here's an opportunity for Scott Sutherland, number 7 for Maryland. He sends across. Pretty good defense there by the Drexel Dragons to make sure that pass eluded the intended target. A long pass finds the stick of number 9, Zach Messerly. Messerly sends across. Did not have a Dragon in the area. And this is going to come back. They're going to wave off icing. Zach Plotkin carries it back behind the net. Pressure here from Maryland. Plotkin and Freeman play catch with it. Now a missed opportunity there. Pass eludes the tape of Jimmy Bell's stick. Freeman along the near side boards. Drexel tries to build from the back, but Freeman's pass was intercepted and then given right back. Plotkin didn't get the shot off as he tried to take that from north of the blue line. He'll come in on the forecheck. Dangerous little pass there from Maryland. But now they are able to clear. And so they build. Good hit there by Lucas Freeman to impede the progress of Jacob Pilner. Now back behind the net. Opportunity for number 19, Joe Finlayson. Finlayson, good work to at least prevent that clearance, but now a long clear comes back, no icing, as Maryland wins the race to the dot. Drexel has some numbers here. Punch forward by number 19, Joe Finlayson, and he'll head quickly to the bench. Connor Havey for Maryland. Holds, trying to clear. And into the neutral zone it comes, but controlled by Drexel. Mazzarelli plays it across. Tim Mikulik carries it all the way in. Tries for the wraparound. They scramble in front for it. It's still loose, and Maryland gets the clearance. As they send it all the way down, and there's an icing. We'll get one more look at this. Mikulik with some speed, able to wrap it around. And it was just the glove there of the goaltender Childs that was the difference, and it led to the clearance. Great look there by Tim Mikulik, making something out of nothing. Drexel really didn't have the numbers. But Mikulik provided a big-time scoring chance for the Dragons. It'll be Simon Rosenbaum to take the face-off and win it, and nearly got a shot off. Finlayson was there and ready to fire. But now an opportunity on the counter, Liam Eden. Eden stops on a dime, waits for help. Eden drops it across. The shot goes just wide off the stick of Thomas Murphy. Mazzarelli lays a hit into the boards and comes up with the puck. Pretty strong from Gianluca Mazzarelli, who nearly got that to his teammate, Simon Rosenbaum. Penalty coming up. A big hit. And a late whistle. There was touches from both teams there, and we are going to get a hooking call. Let's see who the culprit will be. It will be the Maryland Terrapins going to the penalty box, and Drexel going on their first power play. Tyler Mcevoy, the culprit for the Terrapins. And Drexel trailing 1-0 on their home ice. Their first power play opportunity of the evening. Bob Long play-by-play, Mike Crisafulli on camera. Colin Quinn at the edge of the circle, plays it below the goal line. Drexel setting up their power play look here as they work it around. Sent right across off the stick of Brett Woshner, just a little bit behind him. And Maryland plays it to center ice. In no hurry to clear, and now they'll send it all the way down, wasting a few precious seconds. Tim Mikulik back behind the net, carries it up for the Dragons. Long pass onto the tape of Quinn, who then pushes it to the backboards. Another clearance, but only to center ice. Drexel will need to touch up. 3 men still in the zone, and now they all will touch up. They'll drop this one around the boards and chase after it on the forecheck. Able to keep it in, that's Woshner. Woshner to Quinn, and that one eludes his stick. A bouncing puck. But Woshner still in there on the forecheck, under a minute to play in this power play. Played back to the point. Matthew Crane thought about lining it up, instead plays it across. Crane gets it back at the point. His shot is deflected and goes high and wide. Simon Rosenbaum at the other point handles it. An ambitious pass could not get to Quinn. Diving for it was Woshner, but it does find its way out of the zone, and Jimmy Bell just onto the ice corrals it. Josh Finlayson plays forward for Rosenbaum. That one, he just had trouble with it, and now it does come out of the zone. Good body control here by Finlayson, and they'll do it again. 15 seconds left on the power play for Drexel. Finlayson carries it below the goal line. Plays back to the point. Here's Rosenbaum. Given all the space in the world. Over to Crane. Into the slot. Plotkin. It's 5-on-5 hockey now. That long shot goes just wide. Plotkin comes onto it. The fifth skater is now back in the zone. And another penalty coming up against Maryland. That one dropped right in front and just could not get it onto Bell's stick. Drexel has a sixth skater on the ice. Harkins has come to the bench. A delayed penalty coming up against Maryland. Bell, cross-ice pass. Here comes Crane. He whacks a one-timer, and that's blocked by Maryland. Drexel with patience here. Still on the delayed penalty. Still haven't had the touch, and that should have been it, but I guess it was not controlled. Here comes Jimmy Bell. There is your touch. And with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this period, Drexel goes on to the power play for the second time in succession. They had their series of chances in the last power play. Certainly the puck control was there, just the one clearance by Maryland in that time frame, but could not find the back of the net. Drexel controls at the edge of the circle. Playing back behind the net. Mikulik wants it instead right in front. And a bit of a whiff on that one, but a really nice play there by Drexel. Woshner sends it in front. It's scrambled for, it's loose. They're poking away at it, and Childs comes down on it. It looked like Quinn was going to have it, an unbelievable cross from Woshner. Here it is. One touch from Quinn. It's going to pop loose in front again. It even comes to the backside, and Childs somehow finds a way to keep that one out of the back of the net. 1:32 to play on this power play, 2:02 in the period. Still a 1-0 hockey game, Maryland in front. Crane keeps that one in the zone. Turning on it now is Simon Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum will switch places with Jim Bell. That shot didn't have a ton on it, but did get all the way to net. Zach Plotkin dumps it back below the goal line again. Pass comes a little bit high and hot for Jimmy Bell to handle. Bell's going to get back onto it, as is Finlayson. Comes to the line and out. And Maryland gets a clearance as a result. 52 seconds left on the man advantage. Simon Rosenbaum, full head of steam, comes right in on net, and a brilliant poke check there by Matthew Freeman. Rosenbaum again, he kind of runs the show here on this power play. Plotkin spins it to the wall. Plotkin gets it back from Finlayson. Sent all the way across for Rosenbaum, who winds and fires, and Childs was there. The lateral movement across the crease to make the save. This is a great pass. Cross ice through two defenders. Gets it off the ice. Rosenbaum lets it rip with the wrister. Childs up to task. 45 seconds left in the first period. 16 seconds left on the power play, and that deflected shot went wide. Woshner is back behind the net, as is Zach Messerly. Played up to Crane, who's had a lot of ice time. That's sent through, and that wasn't actually Crane. That's Jake Rudloff, who came on in Crane's place. Messerly has trouble with that puck. Now it's 5-on-5 hockey for the next 22 seconds of this period. Drexel with possession, trying to keep it in the zone. They cannot. Montague backhands it to center ice. 12 seconds left as it's played in and sent right back to the neutral zone by Drexel. Perhaps one more run. 5 seconds left for Maryland, and they're going to be content to pull this back and take a 1-0 cushion to the locker room. Maryland 1, Drexel 0. That is the first period here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Bob Long on play-by-play. Mike Crisafulli doing a wonderful job on camera. We'll take a quick break, come back on the other side with some interviews with Drexel Dragons players, something we've been able to do for the last couple of years and has been a lot of fun. You can learn a little bit about your Dragons as you get ready for the second period coming up here on the Drexel Hockey Network. First, we're going to hear from the club president, Lucas Freeman, as well as plays defense on the D2 team as well. This guy's busy. We'll be right back.
Lucas Freeman with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Lucas, thank you very much for your time, and we're excited to have you on the telecast.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So D2 hockey this year, there's a lot of buzz around this team, a lot of talent, a lot of depth, a new conference. So walk us through everything.
Yeah, I mean, this is going into our second year. Obviously, last year was our inaugural season, and, I think it was a great season for the team. It was really, we didn't know what to expect going into the year. Obviously, a completely brand new team for us, and, we got our 20-win season for the year, which was great. We were able to win the DVCHC, which was a huge step for us and definitely a goal we had last year. But this year, moving on to bigger and better things, we move into the MACH, which is one of the top Division II conferences in the entire country. So we're really excited about that. Get to play teams like Penn State and Liberty, Stevenson and Maryland, a couple other schools as well. So we're really excited for the year that we have ahead of us. I think, we have a full schedule this year, almost 30 games, and we're really looking to go into battle in each of those games this year and putting our best product on the ice.
What's it like to play for Justin and Mike and some of those other coaches?
Yeah, I think it's great for us. Some of them where Justin was away from the program coaching-wise for a couple of years. He was the general manager of the D1 team, and now he's come back, and he's brought Mike and Dave along with him, Gino as well, and they're all alumni of the program, so they're all deeply tied to Drexel Ice Hockey. I think they did a great job last year, like I said, in the inaugural season, and I think we're all looking forward to this year. I think, they're really good at getting the best out of all of us, making sure that, sometimes we might not be the most skilled team, but we're going to work the hardest, and we're going to give our best foot forward every single game. So I think, they did a really great job last year, and we're all just looking to move forward this year.
And I'd push back on the skilled part as well. I had the opportunity to watch you guys last year, and it was quite impressive. I'm looking forward to broadcasting more of your games this year as well. Simple question, how do you get this much talent onto a campus so that you can fill 2 rosters the way you guys have?
Yeah, I think, I've got to see the progression of Drexel Ice Hockey, not only being a player, but now going into my 4th year as president of this organization, and also being a senior. This is my 5th year with the program. I think when we started, we had 30 guys come out to tryouts, and we had our one team of 30 guys, and now, this year we're up to 60 guys and 2 full teams. I think that it really shows how much the program has grown in such a short amount of time, how high of a level of quality we put out on the ice day in and day out for both teams now. And that's both for Drexel University and for our program as well. I think our program has come a long way, both on and off the ice. And I think, it's a great culture to be a part of. I think we really do preach the family, and everyone's part of it. No matter what team you're on, you're a part of the Drexel hockey family. And I think that's just been very attractive to recruits coming in, and people get to come to our rink. Class of 23 will be brand new this year, but people love playing in that arena, love being in the city atmosphere. And so I think Drexel has just become a draw, and we just hope to keep getting bigger and bigger, and hopefully one day, become one of the premier places to play college hockey, certainly in Philadelphia, but around the country as well.
Well, I think you guys have a great opportunity here, and I've said this since I stepped in here last year, is that this is an affordable, family-friendly, but incredibly entertaining and high level of hockey being played right within Philadelphia. And I think you guys have a great opportunity. I look forward to being a part of it as you guys continue to grow. That this is something to do in Philadelphia if you're a hockey fan, and you guys bring it every single evening.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Philadelphia is a hockey town. I think everyone loves the Flyers in the town, and it's a sports town in general. And so, I think for a while there was no college hockey team really in the city that could draw the crowds. And I think, us at Drexel have stepped up into that role as being kind of the college hockey team for the city. And we just look to hopefully grow our brand not only around campus, but around the city as well, and around the surrounding areas. Getting to walk around wearing your Drexel hockey gear. You can walk around the city now, walk around the surrounding areas when I go home to my local rinks, and people recognize us now. And I think, obviously broadcasting the games helps us out as well, but Twitter and Instagram and everything that we do, I think we just look to keep growing our brand for both teams and hopefully for the program in general.
So what's your goal then for D2 this year?
Our goal is to go into every game, like we're going to win each game and take it one step at a time. Like I said, last year was our inaugural season. We didn't really know what to expect. We were able to come out with the championship last year, and obviously that was huge for the program. And so this year I think we all know that we can bring it, and we're a highly competitive team that can play up in with some of the top teams in the Division II conference. And so I think this year we just want to take that next step and bring our effort to the rink every single day and put our best foot forward with every team that we played this year.
Well, best of luck. We'll be watching, we'll be broadcasting a lot of the D2 games as well, so excited to be doing that, and we wish you the best.
Thank you. Look forward to the year.
Thank you. Back here with us at intermission on the Drexel Hockey Network of the D2 team. Tim, very much looking forward to your year this year and that of the D2 team. I had the opportunity to broadcast a few games last year. Obviously, we're doing a lot more this year. Man, you guys fly around, I tell you, and it's. I'm excited to see what's going on with this new conference. You guys are challenging yourselves. If you could, walk me through how that process occurred and kind of the expectations for this year.
Well, last year was kind of like, it was our inaugural season, so a lot of factors coming into play, trying to figure a lot of things out with a lot of different players' personalities on the team. Playing in the DVCHC, got a few good opponents, a lot of non-conference games that were pretty competitive. Thought we did well, thought we could move up, we could compete with the higher level teams. Played Ryder last year, right after Christmas break. Only lost to them 4-1, kept it rather close, competed really well, so we thought we could take the next step, make a jump forward, and join the Mach. Really high expectations this year. I think we have a very good team. We didn't lose really anybody. Might lose a couple kids to the jump up to D1, but for the most part we have that same core. We have a lot of guys returning, and I think there's a lot of optimism in the locker room. Like, everybody thinks we can compete and do well, so looking forward to it.
That's great. And what's it like to play with Justin and Mike and Dave and your coaching staff? How's
It's
that
awesome. First couple years, I knew Justin just as like the GM of the team. Didn't know much more about him. I knew he was like a coach at one point in time. Coming into last year, still didn't know much about any of the other coaches. I think they really care about each player. They push me every day, every practice, always telling me constructive criticism, making me better every day. I appreciate it a lot. And they're always hungry. Like, they're always working too. They're always trying to get better, as are we. So it's a good fit for the team. It's good for the program.
So a couple quick hits for you. We've asked some of the D1 guys who the funniest guy on that team is. I'm going to ask you who the funniest guy on the D2 team is and why.
On the D2, well, referring to the D1 team,
sure.
I was in here for Frank's interview. Definitely not Frank Lurie. Definitely not him. Calling the shot out to Frank. Definitely not Frank. We'll leave the vote up to the other guys, but rescind Frank. D2 team, I don't know. We have a lot of characters on the team. Wow. I knew this was probably going to be a question. It still gets me. Ben Shelley, he's a pretty funny guy. Does a lot of funny things. He does a lot of the pre-game stuff. He's always making noise, always yelling, hooting, and hollering. Same thing with Mazzarelli, but you can't let him know that because
right. We'll cut this. Don't worry.
It won't fly. Give him too much of a personality there. But yeah, I'd say Ben. Ben's a pretty funny guy. He's just a very witty, positive person. Always upbeat, always in a good mood. So yeah, go with Ben. And
then road trips. Favorite thing about them, the thing you can live without.
Love the road trips. Huge fan. I'm on co-op during hockey season, so I do not have to worry about schoolwork, which is nice. But can live without. This past year was my first time ever, which was pretty exciting. I had my own bed. Can live without sharing the bed. Not for me, but what are you going to do, Favorite thing, love the bus rides. A lot of fun, just the guys hanging out, you're just sitting with them literally for 4 hours at a time sometimes, just watching movies, playing games, doing stupid things, just hanging out. Just guys being dudes,
That's great. That's great. Well, Tim, we appreciate the time. Best of luck this year. We'll be watching, we'll be broadcasting, and we'll be with you guys every step of the way.
Thank you, Bob. Look forward to it.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Intermission here on the Drexel Hockey Network, and with us we have assistant coach for the D2 team, Mike Antoni. Mike, thanks so much for spending some time with us here today. Excited to pick your brain about your team.
Thanks, Bob. Really appreciate it. We're excited to be on and excited to have you back again this year.
It's a pleasure on our side. It's been a great partnership so far, and really excited to broadcast D2 games this year, something we did just once or twice last year, getting a lot more consistent with that. And a big part of that is, one, your guys' commitment to a team like this, and two, you guys are playing some pretty good hockey. I mean, you had a great year last year to the point where you've decided to step up from a league's perspective, joining a more difficult league. And if you could tell us a little bit about that process, how you made the decision, and how you anticipate that going.
Yes, definitely, Bob. Last summer, we really didn't anticipate having the amount of talent that we ended up having that came in last year. And so we joined a league that we knew we would be competitive in, and we didn't think we would win the league last year going into the season. Turned out we had a great incoming freshman class. We had 18 first-year guys on the team last year, some young guys were asked to take on leadership roles and jumped right into the responsibility. Didn't miss a beat, so that helped out. So we went on to win the Delaware Valley Hockey Conference, and then now we're stepping up to a league that's going to have Penn State's club team, Delaware's second team, Maryland, Ryder, Rowan, a lot more competition than the league we were in last year. So it's going to be a challenge for us, but we're ready to accept it. Each year the program just gets better and better. With Kyle's leadership, it just trickles down all the way down to our team as well. It's all one family, and the work ethic and the mentality is contagious between both teams.
What I noticed when I broadcast a few of the games last year for the D2 team is how many freshman contributors that you guys had. And the fact that you were sticking guys just 1 year out of high school in many cases into situations, into the cauldron of college hockey. And the way those guys responded tells me a lot about the program, about what you guys do when you recruit kids to come in here, and kind of the expectations growing from D2 to D1 and keeping that pipeline going. What do you guys look forward to this year from a freshman class, and how did that process go of really structuring a class of 2023?
Yeah, so the kids, when we're going out and we're talking to guys that are interested in coming to Drexel, we're really focusing on the person first, the talent, and then, of course,
Welcome back inside the class of 1923 arena in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Bob Long here on play-by-play. Mike Crisafulli on camera for the Drexel Hockey Network. Drexel dressed in the road. Well, they're here home here today, but they just switched sweaters. They're in the navy blue sweaters that they would normally wear on the road. Maryland came in their whites, didn't have their roads, and so Drexel went into the locker room about 15 minutes before puck drop in the first period and changed into these nice-looking unis right here. Maryland up from College Park. This their third road test of the season. They lost both of their first two road games in overtime. They have a 1-0 lead here in this one. They've successfully killed off two Drexel power plays, and we've commenced play here in the second period. Noah Montague, the defenseman for Drexel, back behind the net, flips it up. Brought down by Plotkin, sent forward into the neutral zone. Here's Matthew Freeman for Maryland, sending it around the backboards. Montague gets there first. In there as well, number 14, Griffin Connolly for Maryland. And back to the other side. Here comes number 25, Jake Rudloff with it. A good pass, but that just got over the stick of number 19, Joe Finlayson. He overruns the puck, and now on the near side boards, it's turned on by Griffin Connolly. Connolly a little bit loose with that puck. He's fortunate to get it back, and now David Ely spins it forward. Connolly one more time, and it is into the neutral zone, 2-on-1 for Maryland. Taking the shot, goes well high and wide. Harkins cut down the angle. Into the center ice, it's whipped around by Tyler Mcevoy. That one goes up and might have been under the visor of the official there. Hung in there tough, right on the blue line. The linesman took a face full of puck, and now here comes Drexel the other way. Flipped forward by number 10, Josh Finlayson. Matthew Crane, a nice job to pinch, but now Maryland has control of it. Tyler Mcevoy plays it back for number 27, Sidney Levine. Blocked shot there to the backboards. Good work by Mazzarelli. Dropped off in front. They tried for the one-timer, but Maryland got a stick in there, and now it's one-on-one. Nathan Hefner can't get the shot off. Well done defensively there by Freeman. Now Drexel looking for the clears. It's batted high, up out of the zone, and we'll have a face-off with 18:07 to play. Now, unlike NHL rules, that is not delay of game, whether or not that's tipped as it's batted out of the zone, and whether or not it gets past the blue line before it exits the ice. And it's because these boards are quite a bit shorter in height than that which you'll see at the NHL level. So no penalty of any kind, and here comes Drexel the other way, Colin Quinn. Quinn sent across in a really nice poke check there from Maryland to get that off the stick of Zach Messerly. Maryland comes on to it. Dominic Sesto working with it. It comes back to the point and is sent along the near side boards. It's a fight for it here. Maryland comes up with it. Possession in their offensive zone. Shot. That one goes wide. Came across in front, but one of the Maryland Terrapins overskated it. Now it comes up to the slot, and Drexel has it. Messerly to the red line, and he'll send it all the way down. Most of the Dragons will come to the bench. 2 remain. Sesto tried to play it forward and leveled Jack Ventolo, and a penalty will come up for that very infraction. Dominic Sesto goes to the penalty box, and here's the tail end of it as he gets the elbows up high, and he'll go to the penalty box for 2 minutes. Drexel on its 3rd power play of the evening, 0 for 2 thus far. "17 minutes, 9 seconds to play in the second period. Drexel controls the faceoff, plays it back to the point, Rosenbaum. And they'll play it now back behind the net. Jimmy Bell overskated that one, didn't get the stick onto it. Matthew Crane now playing forward at the point. Kept in by Plotkin. Turned and sent back to center ice. Brought down by Plotkin. Drexel will build again from the back, this time with Simon Rosenbaum. Rosenbaum plays that forward. Taken off of Finlayson's stick. Rosenbaum, quite the skater, plays it back for Finlayson. Rosenbaum comes forward to the edge of the circle. And now they'll set it up. And that one came a little bit behind Crane, kept it but only for a second. The pass is just a little bit off this evening for Drexel. 1:02 to play in this power play as Plotkin spins with it. Josh Finlayson carries it into the zone, has Bell with him in front of the net. Now Bell filters back behind the net. He plays catch with Finlayson. Finlayson takes the shot. On the backside, they score! Finlayson's shot elicited a big rebound, and it's finished on the backside. One more look, the shot from Finlayson. And along the backboards, it's number 12, Tim Mikulik, putting it away, evening this game up at 1. And I tell you, sometimes you just want to throw it hard and low at that pad. The weak side rebound can be there. That was Mikulik. And Mikulik was in the right spot at the right time, elevated the puck. No chance whatsoever for Adam Childs. 15:41 to play in this second period. We are deadlocked here at the class of 1923 arena. Drexel's going to come up with possession here. Zach Messerly pumps it deep. Colin Quinn's going to get there first. And Drexel, a little extra pep in their step, but there's a turnover. And Maryland comes back the other way. Flipped forward, coming onto it, Thomas Murphy. Murphy takes a big hit into the boards for his troubles. Noah Montague plays it up, back to the point. Here's a shot through traffic. It was deflected by one of his teammates, but that went well high. Montague delivers a nice hit. Hefner in there on the forecheck, and Drexel comes up with it. Played forward for Quinn. Quinn, an ambitious pass, trying to get through Maryland sticks. Through two Maryland sticks, I should say, as Montague gets to the red line and sends it deep. Long pass comes onto the stick of Jacob Pilner. Pilner plays it forward, touched up there by Maryland. And they'll come onto the forecheck. Mikulik trying to clear. And a penalty will come up against Maryland. Spinning with it now, Chase Tomorrow. And now a stoppage. And what was that all about? Drexel can't believe it. Let's see what the call is. And the whistle's going to come right about here. And I don't see the issue. Perhaps that puck came out of the zone. Tough to tell from this angle. And now the captain, Tim Mikulik, will have a conversation with that referee to understand what exactly the issue was. Nonetheless, Drexel will get another opportunity on the power play. They're 1 for 3 after scoring that power play goal. Mikulik just a few minutes ago. 14 minutes, 3 seconds left in the second period. And this faceoff will come back to center ice. Quinn comes up with it, and Drexel looks to build on this 5-on-4. Colin Quinn sends it right across, and they couldn't quite pull the trigger. Good decision there by Woshner as they set it up. Rudloff over for Woshner, and they drop it below the goal line, tried to give it right back. Possession here for Joe Finlayson. His shot is deflected high up into the netting. And a minute 34 left to go on this power play. A 1-1 contest. And we'll get a face-off in the Drexel offensive zone. And that one is sent all the way down the ice. Connor Harkins hasn't had a ton of work here in the second period, as Drexel now plays it forward. Josh Finlayson stops on a dime. Here's Rosenbaum, and this is the top power play unit for Drexel. Finlayson and Rosenbaum work very well together. Dropped right in front. That was a good look from Bell. Finlayson couldn't get the stick down. Now Crane in between the circles. Winding it up is Rosenbaum. That stays in the yard. And Drexel comes up with it again, but that was well high. Rosenbaum and Plotkin back there, but Maryland gets the clearance, and they will get a change. 39 seconds left on the power play. 12:40 left in the period. Plotkin carries it into the zone. 1-on-3. Crane flips it across to the point. A lot of space to come forward. Little hesitation there, but they'll work it. That shot is blocked. They tried to soft toss it out of midair, but Quinn could not time it up. Plotkin, 11 seconds left. They elect to drop it deep. Good keep there by Mikulik. He winds and fires, and that goes wide. To the opposing point, here's Crane. And now a giveaway right as the player comes out of the penalty box, and now he'll go to the bench. That was number 21, Thomas Peterson. He had a decision to make for Maryland. Do I come to the bench or do I try to engage in this counter rush? Drexel has a fresh line on the ice as well. One of the unfortunate truths about it is when you have this many power plays, certainly, they did score one, but 1 for 4 in a short period of time, that power play unit is going to get tired. So they come off, and a new line is on for the Dragons. 11 minutes, 19 seconds to play. Here's Noah Montague turning on the puck. Looking to clear. DeMauro didn't get enough on it. And now Sesto making life difficult in front. They scramble in front, and now it comes to the backboards. Maryland nearly a chance out of about nowhere in front, but now a strong forecheck from the Terrapins. Montague held onto that puck perhaps just a second too long. Jake Rudloff now does clear it. Chase DeMauro turns on it and fires it wide. That'll come right back in front. Pretty good play there by number 26, David Ely, to clear that along the near side boards. Onto the teammate on his stick, the stick of his teammate Scott Sutherland, and he gives it away. Josh Finlayson gets it below the goal line, and Maryland now looks to clear. They lose an edge. Drexel able to keep it. Finlayson drops it off. Maryland does just barely get the clearance. Mazzarelli is in there, as is Lucas Freeman. It's played back for Matthew Crane. A lot of ice time for Matthew Crane here in this second period, and that one will be an icing. Another look here. Crane was looking to get it. A little bit extra on that pass. Eludes everybody, and that leads to the icing. Halfway home here in the second period, halfway home overall in this three-period affair. Shot was blocked in front by number 22, Christopher Bevel Bouchard. He scored the goal for Maryland. Maryland a little loose with that puck. Finlayson nearly had an opportunity. Another stick in the way from Drexel. They're doing a great job getting those sticks down in the passing lane. Here's Skylar Rosenbaum. He lost his stick and kicked it across for Jimmy Bell, who nearly came up with it. Now a wind and a fire from Matthew Crane. Gianluca Mazzarelli now back behind the net. Drops off for Skylar Rosenbaum. Simon Rosenbaum dispatched in the near side boards, and Maryland able to clear. 1-on-1 for the Terrapins. Good move in front. The shot goes wide. Off the stick of number 12, Liam Eden. And Drexel gets the clear. They'll wave off the icing. Doesn't get all the way to the goal line anyway. Brett Woshner back behind the net, working with Zach Messerly. Now they play it back to the point, Noah Montague. Montague's shot is directed wide. Big hit there. It's right back to the point. That shot comes on. Bad rebound in front, and Drexel unable to take care of it. Not Adam Child's best work, but now a 2-on-1 for Maryland. Dropped off again. Big save there by Connor Harkins. They scramble for it in front. What a save there. Unbelievable from Connor Harkins. Point blank from Liam Eden. Couldn't finish it off. Harkins got the pad to the weak side. And now a much-needed clearance from Drexel. Woshner gets to the red line, and this tired line is going to make their way off the ice unscathed. 8:05 to play, second period, still 1-1. Maryland in the white, Drexel in the navy blue. Tim Mikulik comes onto the puck here at center ice. Played across, and there's a turnover. Really nice job by number 19, Joe Finlayson, to take away that scoring chance. Only momentarily, though, here as Maryland still presses forward. Maryland has two Terps in there on the forecheck. Sent right across. Drexel gets the clearance. Going to wave off the icing. Jimmy Bell making life difficult. Tracking back, as is Plotkin. Here's Drexel with an opportunity. Plotkin plays it across for Mikulik, the goal scorer. Mikulik drops it down for Jimmy Bell. Sent right across. What a pass there. Plotkin nearly got the stick on it. Sending pucks in front. And they waved off the icing to the chagrin of the Drexel Dragons. Now Finlayson, what a pass across the ice for Plotkin. 1-on-1. Couple of Terps coming in late as well. Plotkin and Bell are in there, pinching forward number 4, Lucas Freeman, and now it's punched back. This is Tyler Alt. Alt up for Freeman. Freeman gives it away, and it's offside. Maryland doesn't like that call, but number 5, Landon Nguyen, did not quite clear the zone. Here's one more look at it. Freeman did get that out of the zone just barely. Waiting on Nguyen, who's now skating to the line, and that led to the offside call as Maryland played the puck. Now Drexel wins the faceoff. And with 6:33 to play, the Maryland Terrapins skated up the ice and pump it deep. Number 21, Thomas Peterson in there. Maryland keeps it in the zone. Scott Sutherland couldn't get anything on that puck, and here comes number 6, Tyler Alt with it. Dropping it back. DeMauro, toe drag, sent right in front, and Alt couldn't put the shot on net. Chase DeMauro certainly has a way with that puck, strong on it, and creates opportunities in one-on-one situations. DeMauro's going to come to the bench. Matthew Crane, the lone man from this line, staying on there, pinching up, creating possession for Skylar Rosenbaum, and a nice block in front there by Maryland. Maryland has a tired line as well. They'll pump it deep, and all 5 Terrapins come off the ice. Lucas Freeman eludes one defender and another, gets all the way to center ice and sends it down. Nice play by Lucas. Gianluca Mazzarelli back behind the net for Drexel, trying to make life difficult for number 17, Tyler Mcevoy. Mcevoy comes onto it now for Maryland and gives it up. A fight for the puck. Drexel is on it. And now the other way comes Mcevoy. 3-on-3. There's a shot, well high and wide from an off angle. Turning on it now, Jetson Kuhn gives it away. Finlayson takes the shot and scores! Josh Finlayson gives Drexel the lead. A bad giveaway by Kuhn. Finlayson makes one defender look silly, and a wrister high and glove side. Beats Adam Childs, and the Drexel Dragons have scored 2 second-period goals, this one with 4:53 to play in the period, and leads 2-1. What a response from this Drexel Dragons team after a tough first period where they went to the penalty box. I don't know that Drexel actually has gone to the penalty box, but Maryland had 2 guys commit penalties, 2 power plays that Drexel could do nothing with. Drexel scored a power play goal in this period, have gone a few times, have forced the issue, and scored a 5-on-5 goal. This time Josh Finlayson, and the Dragons lead 2-1 with 4:24 to play in this second period. Brett Woshner taking off the puck well. Not a good pass there. Here comes Drexel, a shot that was blocked well before the goaltender. They'll come back up the ice. Sidney Levine gives it up. Big hit there, and here comes Maryland on the 2-on-2 and given away. But a penalty slash called against Drexel. And there's the touch. It came earlier on, back behind the play. So what's otherwise been a clean game here for Drexel is now an opportunity for them to kill off a penalty. Jake Rudloff to the box for 2 minutes. On the other side of the ice, Maryland getting a discussion there from the officials. A quick word from their coaches as in the net stands Adam Childs here at Class of 1923 Arena. He's given up 2 goals this period, looking for an opportunity to avenge himself. But we take you back to the action as Drexel controls the puck, and Tim Mikulik able to clear it all the way down the ice. Jimmy Bell providing a little bit of hazard back there, as is number 19, Joe Finlayson. But now Maryland carries. Pretty nice stick there from the Dragons and leads to a clearance. Great play by Tim Mikulik defensively. Nathan Hefner finds his teammate. Here's David Ellie. Again, Mikulik defensively and a clearance there. Joe Finlayson did the rest of the job. Great job by Mikulik and Finlayson, two of the veterans here on this Drexel D2 team. Losing an edge there was number 10, Josh Finlayson. Joe Finlayson gets a stick on it again. Turns on it, and Maryland's getting a change. Tough time to go get a change here. 53 seconds left. Finlayson content to hold this up for as long as he can. Referee's asking him to move the puck. What an unbelievable job by Finlayson, wasting valuable seconds of this penalty kill. David Ellie plays it forward. Christopher Bevel Bouchard plays back for Ellie, and across the way they go. Matthew Freeman plays it to the goal line and now below. Drexel looking for a clearance. Crane is in there, as is Freeman. Patience here at the top of the circle. Drop to the goal line, sent right across, and my, oh my, what an unbelievable save there from Harkins, or did that one grab the post? He got there pretty well, though. Would have been quite a tight window, and Harkins continues to move well laterally. In between the circles, now played to the dot, sent right across. That one went off the post, and then Harkins makes the save on the rebound. No mistaking that first one. That one wasn't Harkins. The pipe can be your best friend, but then the ability to come laterally to the weak side after that rebound. There's the pipe. There's the slide from Harkins, and he gobbles that one up right in the center off that rebound. Keeps it 2-1. Drexel is killed off the power play. And with 1:39 to play, they retain that 2-1 lead. Colin Quinn, one of the better skaters out here for Drexel, has the puck and gets it below the goal line. Nice move with the stick there, sent right in front, and a shot is saved, popped right in front by Childs. Can't figure it out, and they scramble for it. It's back to the slot. .107 to play. Another great opportunity there for the Dragons. That one goes over the glove and will be an icing with 1:01 to play here in this second period. It has been an entertaining one. 12 registered shots for Drexel. Make that 15 for Drexel and 12 for Maryland. A lot of those high danger opportunities for both teams, and both Harkins and Childs have done a pretty good job to keep their teams in it. That should be an icing too, and it is. Yeah, just a lapse in judgment here from Maryland. You'll see they're going to come up with control, and there's really no reason to just launch this puck from back there. There's still 52 seconds left. It's not as if there was an impending scoring chance, and perhaps Drexel gets an opportunity out of this one. That shot goes just wide. Zach Messerly along the near side. Brett Woshner in there on the forecheck. Maryland working hard on the near side boards. Under 40 seconds to play in this second period. Woshner decides to abandon the fight and come get a change. That is flipped all the way back, and once again an icing against Maryland. So that line has to stay out there, led by number 29, Connor Havey, and he's got his hands on his hips at this point. Stick down, kind of bending over. I think this line's a little bit tired at this point. Can Drexel take advantage in the final 27 seconds? Mikulik feeds it back behind the net. Simon Rosenbaum plays back for Gianluca Mazzarelli. Has trouble with that one. Finlayson and now Rosenbaum. 14 seconds left. They keep it in the zone. Played forward. Rosenbaum goes down. The puck's right in between him, and now we're going to get a stoppage and a face-off at the far side circle in the Drexel offensive zone. 8.4 seconds left in this period. Maryland gets a much-needed change. New line out there on the ice. They're going to have to put, I would think, their best face-off guy out there. This is an important win for them to get if they can get it. And it's going to be Liam Eden in the face-off circle. Maryland does win the face-off, sends it up and into the seats outside the rink. 4.9 seconds left. Face-off will come back again into the Drexel offensive zone. Still, again, 4.9, as I mentioned, seconds left. Plenty of time for a face-off win that's clean. Back to the point, and you can let one rip. Perhaps even get a quick rebound with 5 seconds left. Drexel has pulled their goaltender. 6 skaters on the ice. Got to let it rip. And they do. A pad save there by Childs, and that'll end the second period. But they got a pretty good look off this faceoff. All you can ask for and then some. We'll take one more look at this as this is the end of the second period. Skylar Rosenbaum wins the faceoff. Finlayson lets a wrister go, and that came right on net. So a nice play design there by Justin Levin. Good execution by those players. They put 6 skaters out on the ice. Figured, hey, they're not going to get something all the way down the ice in between the pipes on the other end. So felt pretty safe and take a shot at the end of the period. Dragons lead 2-1. A really nice 20-minute stretch for this Drexel team. We'll take a break, hear from a few more of the Drexel players and coaches, including one of the guys walking into the locker room right now, Mike Antoni. We saw about 2 minutes of that interview before we had to start things in the second period. So what we'll do is start that interview from scratch and let you hear from Mike as we got to speak with him a few weeks ago. Stay with us. It's intermission here on the Drexel Hockey Network.
Well, but we're really going and looking at who that person is as an individual. We want to surround our players with more good people, and I think that develops a culture, a winning culture when you have good people in place, and so that's our main objective when we're looking at guys coming to play at Drexel.
So all that's great, and that's fantastic. When you go through that process, and after the last year, you find high character guys. What about the hockey side? What do you see in this freshman class, and how will they impact the success of the D2 team?
Yeah, so this is another stepping stone for us. We're going to go to 2 practices a week, and so we're really going to develop these kids that are coming in. They're 18, 19 years old, and they're playing 23, 24-year-old men now. So it's really an emphasis on building a stronger physicality and being able to making them understand that now they're not the big men on campus that they were in high school. Now we placed a huge emphasis on the weight room the past year. We see especially when Kyle's team goes and plays in the national tournament, they're playing men there. So it is making sure that these kids understand the importance of getting into the weight room and developing themselves physically is definitely the thing we try to make sure they understand that's where they're going to that's what's going to make the most impact on their game. A lot of these kids are coming in, they're very talented, they have the skill, now they just need to grow into themselves. Yeah, so that's where we see this incoming class. We have a couple big defensemen coming in that will be a huge impact for us. So I think we should be in great shape as far as the talent that's coming in.
From a D2 coaching perspective, you guys have a tremendous staff, as good a staff as you'd see in the country for any club program, any hockey program whatsoever. And you guys happen to have 2 of those staffs, which I think is quite impressive and really a great thing for the program going forward. How about Mike Antoni? How did Mike make his way back into hockey? Obviously, you played here, but what brought you back in this capacity?
Yes, definitely. So last year, we had an opportunity. Kyle wanted to give more kids at Drexel the opportunity to play the game of hockey, play the game they love at the highest possible level they could. And we didn't want to. Last year we would have had to cut 30 guys if we didn't put the second team together. So Kyle approached us all, and we were all living in the Philadelphia area. It turned out that we're very much interested in helping him develop the program, and so it's just an opportunity for us to give more kids the ability to play the game they love at a very, very competitive level still. So that we were easily sold on that. Yeah.
Any games circled on the calendar for this year?
Yes, we do. We go up to Penn State and play them at the new Pagola Center. So that's definitely going to be a big one. Rowan and Ryder are always little rivalries. We have South Jersey rivalries. So those will be points of emphasis. And then we go down to Liberty in Virginia and play them for a weekend, 2 games. So they're going to be a huge challenge. They're always top 5 in the country. So them and Penn State are both in our league, and so they're usually, if not in the national championship, they're in the national tournament on an annual basis. So we're going to have our work cut out for us, but I think we're ready for the challenge.
Well, good stuff. We'll be with you every step of the way on the Drexel Hockey Network, and thanks for taking the time with us here. You'll see Mike and his staff back behind the bench for many D2 games on the Drexel Hockey Network this year, including the one you're watching right now. Stay with us throughout the rest of the intermission report, and we'll be back with Puck Drop shortly.
Thanks a lot, Bob.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here with head coach Kyle Zoldi on the Drexel Hockey Network. Kyle, another great season last year, all the way to the national tournament, and one heck of a fight against Oklahoma in that first game. Tell me about 2019-2020, what the expectations are, and what you guys learned from last year's campaign.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, certainly proud of the effort last year. You know, we fell 1 goal short of our 1 goal, which is a little ironic. You know, we're still searching for that first national tournament win. But, couldn't be prouder of the effort and just the never quit mentality that you guys, anybody who watched that game saw in the third period. So certainly proud of that. And I think, heading into this year, expectations are right kind of where we left off, pick up where we left off. The preseason rankings just came out, so we're ranked number 23rd in the country to start, which is another program best. And, I think we're excited about some of the prospects we have coming in. Certainly lose some key pieces in some of our senior leadership from last year, but I think we have a young core that's ready to assume the responsibilities. And again, win our conference is our first goal and get another shot at a national tournament victory. So.
These interviews, Kyle, will be seen amongst other places during Drexel Hockey Network broadcasts. And
yes, sir.
They're going to be seeing some brand new digs for you guys.
Yeah.
Class of 1923 arena.
Absolutely.
Walk us through the process throughout the summer, where you expect that to be by game one, and then more so what folks are going to see on a game-by-game basis at the new digs for Drexel Hockey.
Yeah, no, we're super excited. It's been a little bit of a headache over the offseason, just having to move out of our home rink and get all of the equipment and everything that we've kind of built into our locker room area there out so they could get these renovations done for us. But in the end, it's going to be great. They've replaced all the roofing, brand new lighting. It's supposed to be up to the NCAA standards, so that should be good for you from a streaming perspective. It's going to look really good for the viewers at home. All new boards, all new glass, new sound system. So yeah, we're really excited. I think it's going to be a really great viewing experience from streaming wise, and then obviously coming to the games and seeing it live, it's going to be a good atmosphere for sure.
So for somebody that might be watching this right now, game one, game two, some of the early games, and think I really want to get myself over there and see these guys in person, what would you say to a Drexel student or just generally folks in Philadelphia that want to get involved with this program?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we try to have a pretty strong social media following and do our best to showcase and present the team on there. So we certainly have all the schedules posted on there. It's for folks to figure out what day time works best for them. It's typically Saturday nights are our home game slots. So if you're looking for something to do, 7:30 on a Saturday for our students, it's right on campus. And we have now 60 plus players in the program. So I think just from friends and family of them, the word's starting to spread amongst campus and, to your point, in the Philadelphia community as well. So
always difficult to replace captains in a senior class. You guys had a special one last year.
Absolutely.
Most winning class in the history of the program. Now you're going to engender a whole new group of seniors that are going to be the veterans and leaders on this team.
Absolutely.
What would you say to them heading into this year?
Yeah, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I mean, you can't replace guys, especially your leaders, what they do just from an intangible perspective, the leadership they bring, the maturity they bring, showing guys the right way to do things on and off the ice. But I think that they have done such a good job of, presenting what we expect to our younger guys in the past that, Mike Churchavara, Pat McGinley, Jamie Crane, which will be our leadership core for this year, have seen the right way to do things and are ready to assume that responsibility and kind of pick up right where we left off. So, that notion of working hard, respecting your teammates, respecting each other, that's instilled in everybody that we bring in, and they're ready to continue to showcase that, I think.
So Kyle Zoldi here, the head coach of Drexel Hockey. You see him behind the bench, dressed up all nice with the suit and tie.
It's a nice shirt you got there.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
all swagged out here with the UIH material.
Yes,
but
sir.
Folks may not know a lot about Kyle Zoldi besides what they see behind the bench. So in your own words, your journey to this point as the head coach obviously comes from your playing days at Drexel, but how does Kyle Zoldi find himself as the head coach behind the bench right now?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of fell into my lap coming out of the playing days at Drexel, as you alluded to. I was ready to kind of step away from the game after playing, and it just so happened at the time that our head coach had taken another opportunity down in the Virginia area, so the head coach role was open. The school asked me to kind of come in and interview for it, and was offered the position. That was back in 2013, 14, and here we are 7 years later, kind of running with it. And along the way, we've had some really good assistant coaches come through, many of which have stayed, and we've been able to build the staff to extend into the Division II program as well. We have a really strong presence of alumni that have come back and wanting to devote their time to coaching and continuing to grow the program, which I just think speaks volumes, right? That they want to come back and give back after their playing days are up as well. So So yeah, 7 years later, here we are. Program's at its peak right now, but still hungry for that next level, I think.
All right, so let's get to some fun ones here.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how many of these you can answer, but let's start with, if you had to pick one guy who's the funniest guy on this hockey team, who would it be and why?
I think Josh Sklar has a very big personality. He's always somebody who, whether it's an outrageous suit to a home game or, experimenting with the facial hair, he always has something to keep the boys laughing and entertained. And, I think the coaches get a kick out of it as well. So he's got quite the personality on him.
The messiest player on the team on road trips and wherever that may take you.
Yeah, the messiest player on road trips. I don't know about that one, to be honest. We ride the guys pretty hard on cleaning up after themselves, so I think I'm proud to say that I can't pick a name out for that one, Bob.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
That's good.
So.
Whether that's true or not, or if he's just deflecting
exactly.
the question, we'll let the viewers decide.
Exactly.
All right, Coach. Well, hey, don't want to take too much of your time,
No, I
but
appreciate
appreciate you coming on and giving some insight on the program, and we're looking forward to another great year with Drexel Hockey Network.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Bob.
And welcome back inside the class of 1923 arena. Bob Long on play-by-play. We have Ian Newver helping us out for this period on camera. Should be a great third period after what we saw from this Drexel Dragons team in the last 20 minutes of play. From 1 down to up 2-1, trying to close this thing out at home against a good Maryland team. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been uniting academia and industry to empower the next generation of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business and join over 40,000 alumni who are transforming their careers and industries. Learn more at drexellebo.com. This game brought to you by Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business, and we're underway here. A quick shot drops right in front and successfully poked free by Maryland and up to the red line. Punched right back in by Drexel. Woshner is back there, as is Quinn. Coming up and keeping it in, but only for the time being, was Drexel. Here comes Maryland the other way. A nice job by number 12 for Drexel, Tim Mikulik, to take the terrapin off the puck. Now back behind the net it is Tim Mikulik. And that puck is kind of on a string there. A bad turnover in front, and a shot goes just high of the net. On it now, number 12, Liam Eden, and is poked free by Drexel. Mikulik comes back the other way. Good move there as the rest of his players come to the bench, and he backhands it home. He scores. Tim Mikulik with his second goal of the evening. An inauspicious-looking one as he carries it into the zone. The rest of the team was just going for a change. Throw it at a tough angle. It goes top shelf. Bar down, net. And a goal for Tim Mikulik. The Dragons take a 3-1 lead. Well, that's one way to turn your fortunes. Not the greatest clearance there, as Mikulik had trouble with the puck in his own defensive zone, the possession before, and then comes back on the other end and scores. That one, nearly another goal from Drexel, as Bell forced the issue, put a great pass out in front, and DeMauro couldn't quite finish it. But Drexel has a pep in their step here in this third period, 18:41 to play. Drexel has a 2-goal lead. They're dressed in the road uniforms. They wore the blue sweaters here today because Maryland only brought the white. And now that puck again pulled like a string, the fresh sheet of ice, and puck isn't quite reacting the way these players would expect early on. That shot comes right into the body of Connor Harkins. He makes the save. One more look at this one as Maryland builds down the center of the ice. Good work here by number 28, Ian Chakrek. Gets it in between the circles, but Harkins there for the save. We'll do it again here. Ian Huver, Bob Long here for the Drexel Hockey Network. Third period action. And Drexel cannot quite clear that. but now they do. They're going to wave off the icing. 18:04 to play. Adam Childs back behind the net to get it. Good work on the forecheck by Drexel. Possession, but only for a moment as Maryland turns it up ice. Comes to the line, but not out, and now Maryland will play it forward. Simon Rosenbaum and Plotkin, but now given away. Turned up ice by Connor Havey, who sends it below the goal line. A half change here for Maryland as they have possession, and losing it was Ian Chokrick. The other way comes Drexel. Nice pass there. Rosenbaum did not control that puck. He'll chase it down as the rest of the Dragons go to the bench for a change. Matthew Freeman plays it up ice. It will be icing, a late whistle there as it was a race to the dot. Won by Drexel, 17-18 to play. A 3-1 lead for the Dragons. It's a 3-3 Drexel team this year, trying to pick up another home win. Maryland has played 2 games on the road and has yet to come up with a victory, both overtime losses. And we have a penalty coming up. Let's take another look. Coming off the face-off. And interference there, called against number 25, Jake Rudloff. That's his second penalty of the night. And you would think an important power play here for the University of Maryland. Christopher Bevel Bouchard can't control the face-off, but to the backboards they go, and Bevel Bouchard, the goal scorer for Maryland, does get it back. Dropping it down. Drexel looking to clear. Can't get it out. Matthew Freeman plays catch with Bevel Bouchard. Now throws that one over the stick of Bevel Bouchard, and Tim Mikulik turns with it for Drexel. He'll play it off the boards, and it rolls over the stick of Matthew Freeman. Colin Quinn. Good work from Freeman to keep the speedy Colin Quinn off the puck. But also Quinn making life difficult here for this Maryland team. Griffin Connolly flips it high, one hop to the backboards. Connolly plays it back behind the net for Liam Eden. Eden is battered, and so he sends it back behind the net. Connolly sends it in front, and really a nice stick in there by the Drexel defense. One more time, but now out of position. Essentially a 5-on-3 as Harkins makes a big save. This is a great effort here. First by Maryland to keep it in the zone. Now Drexel's going to take that shot, nearly got there. And the shot comes on. Harkins makes the save. A whistle will bring this face-off. Looked like it was going to come out of the zone. The referee is right in front of the scorer's box, communicating something over there, and here's what he's communicating. It's a penalty called against Finlayson. So it'll be 5-on-3 for the next 54 seconds. Joe Finlayson goes to the penalty box. 16 minutes, 6 seconds to play, and all of a sudden, things getting interesting here for Drexel. In between the circle, patience here from Maryland. They work it around. The one-timer, that one wide. A follow goes high. And that one rolls over the stick of Nathan Heffer and back. Here he comes. Out of the neutral zone and into the zone. Maryland stays onside. Andrew Amick holds it as he comes to the dot. Amick gets it back. Drexel gets down. Now they unleash the shot, goes wide. Scramble in front. Harkins there. Puck is still loose. Harkins struggles to get back in front and now does. Amick didn't get a lot on that one, allowed Harkins to get back into the play. But a great slide there as he makes that save. Puck is still going to be loose back behind the net. Here's Amick coming onto your screen at the bottom of that circle. And he did not get nearly enough on that one, allowing Harkins to get to that post. 6 seconds left on the 5-on-3. The one-timer was deflected wide. Harkins in there on the save. Puck is still loose back behind the net. Scott Sutherland sends it in front right off the skate of Noah Montague. Montague to the sideboards, and Maryland still has it. A minute left of 5-on-4 action. Drexel desperate for a clearance. Sent right in front. Harkins makes the save. Tim Mikulik enveloped by 2 Terrapins. 47 seconds left on the power play. Matthew Freeman has it. Drops it back for Bevel Bouchard. That shot was blocked in front. One more time for Freeman. Bevel Bouchard. That shot is saved again on the near side post. Harkins wouldn't give it up. 29 seconds left on this power play. Bevel Bouchard, great play across, and that shot goes well wide. Bevel Bouchard again, he and Freeman have run the show. To the dot, playing it below the goal line as Mikulik got a stick in there. Bevel Bouchard plays it across. That shot is saved by Harkins. This time no rebound on the shot from Liam Eden. Harkins getting a workout in net. We'll see the last one here as Bevel Bouchard plays it across for Liam Eden. Tees it up from the top of the circle, and Harkins slides well across that crease. And now 5-on-5 as Drexel got that final clearance. A wonderful penalty kill. Had to be a minute of 5-on-3 action to keep Maryland off the board. And another minute after that of 5-on-4 action. Here's Brett Woshner. Woshner went for the toe drag, couldn't execute. Connor Havey for Maryland has possession, and now they play it to the other side. Bad giveaway, though, for Maryland. And here Connor Quinn is back there. Colin Quinn, I should say. But Maryland turns it up the ice. Nathan Hefner gets to the red line, shoves it down, takes an odd hop, and Harkins has to cover it up. Getting to that part of the period where the boards on that side in particular, after a few power plays and some sustained pressure by Maryland, a lot of shaved ice down there back behind the net, and going to see some odd hops at times along those backboards. Drexel retains their 3-1 lead with 13 minutes, 15 seconds left in this third period. Maryland has it back below the goal line, trying to play it up towards the point. Drexel prevented that pass. Now 3 Dragons in there trying to contend with the forecheck of Maryland, and they do. Played up for Finlayson, Jimmy Bell, and Finlayson both go down. Here comes Drexel, another toe drag. Not executed, but I tell you what, tomorrow, anytime he tries it, he's got a shot to pull it off. He's really good. A big hit there by DeMauro, depositing Maryland into the boards. And just like that, another penalty is called, this time Chase DeMauro, and it's going to be for this hit at the bottom of your screen. Teed him up, went high, and DeMauro to the box for 2 minutes. Not the way Justin Levin is going to want to this third period to go. Now you're up 2 goals. You've given Maryland a few opportunities with the man advantage. Fortunately for Levin and the Dragons, it has not resulted in a goal yet, but only a matter of time when you keep doing it this way. Bevel Bouchard and Matthew Freeman. Play catch. This is Freeman. One-time shot. They scramble for it in front. It's still loose. Drexel desperate for a clearance. Griffin Connolly in there on the forecheck, as is number 7, Scott Sutherland. But Drexel gets the clearance. A big one there. Ticking under 12 minutes to play in this third period. 1:30 on this power play. Christopher Bevel Bouchard carries it all the way in, now below the goal line. Tim Mikulik will get first to this puck, plays it back. Bevel Bouchard is there. Looking for somebody in front, pulls it back. Drexel had good spacing. Now Matthew Freeman drops it back off, top of the circle. Right in front they go. Save made there by Harkins. There was a lot of space in front for number 12, Liam Eden, before Drexel closed out. Harkins made the play, and now the clearance. 54 seconds left on the power play. Drexel caught changing and fortunate as Maryland was just offside. Maryland arguing the call. We'll take a look. Here comes the long pass. He sees, Childs does, that Drexel's changing. Figures they might get a look, and they nearly had it. Ooh, I tell you what, I think Maryland has an argument there. But nonetheless, they win the faceoff, bring it right in front. It's sticked wide by Harkins on the shot. And Drexel gets the clearance from Brett Woshner. 37 seconds left on the man advantage. He's trying to hold up the puck and waste those precious seconds. Under 11 minutes to play in the hockey game. 25 on the power play. Maryland hasn't gotten a great look yet. Perhaps this could be it. No numbers as it's shoved to the sideboards by David Ely, waiting for help, and Ely's going to get it. Noah Montague just holds up the puck as long as he can, waiting for help to arrive. Doesn't come, and now Maryland has possession. Playing back to the point, 3 seconds left. Here's the shot, goes well wide. That'll come all the way down the ice. And here's Zach Plotkin right off the bench. He'll get to the puck first as the penalty expires. Might have had an opportunity to drop it off in front for Josh Finlayson, but content to take it to the boards and forecheck. Montague sent it in front, nearly got to his intended target. Here's Simon Rosenbaum, and he whiffed on that one. Along the near side boards, played up and out of the zone. Could have been a 2-on-1 for Maryland. Montague is there. Montague doesn't do a nice job clearing that, unfortunately, but is able to dispatch his man into the boards and allow his teammate to clear it out. So nice job by Montague to recover there. Josh Finlayson chasing after it. Here's a shot from Crane. That deflects off a Maryland Terrapin, and here they come. That's Bevel Bouchard playing it forward for number 14, Griffin Connolly, back behind the net. Liam Eden is back there, as is Connolly. Connolly to the point. Here's a shot into the catching glove of Connor Harkins. Have a day, Connor Harkins. In net, he has been spectacular. Maryland now out-shooting Drexel 21-18. Harkins has relented just once on those 21 shots. And as I mentioned before, a lot of them of the high danger variety. One's in front where there's traffic, on power plays, etc. The analytics would be kind to Connor Harkins here tonight. That shot goes well wide. Connor Havey takes a big hit for Maryland into the boards. In there is Jake Rudloff, and he does a nice job to clear it. Colin Quinn gets a touch on that one. It is kept in the zone there by Zach Messerly. Played up the ice. Maryland has it. A spinning and ambitious pass, but that's sent all the way down for what should be and now is an icing. Unforced error that time for Drexel. There's that pass. Not a very good one there. And unfortunately, just an unforced error with that icing. It'll bring it all the way back into the Maryland offensive zone. Face-off won by Drexel. Sent off the sideboards and bounces over the stick of Freeman and out of the zone. That puck comes out and into the Maryland bench with 8 minutes and 32 seconds left in the period. Drexel with a 3-1 lead. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been united academia and industry to empower the next generation of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at Drexel University's LeBeau College of Business and join over 40,000 alumni who are transforming their careers in industry. Learn more at drexellebo.com. Nice hit there on the sideboards. Drexel looking to keep it in, and they will pump it down below the goal line. That was Jack Ventolo. A penalty called against Drexel, and it's been the period of power plays for Maryland. Jack Ventolo to the box. for another 2-minute minor. Eight minutes, 5 seconds left in the game. 2 minutes of those or less with a Maryland goal will be played down a man if you're the Drexel Dragons. Will this be the time that Maryland comes through on the power play? Bevel Bouchard, he tried to go short side, could not beat Connor Harkins. That was wide. Played back behind the net, sent in front, and a nice job to lay down there by Tim Mikulik. Can't clear it. Maryland takes the shot. Think that net might have come off the moorings. Perhaps not. They play on. Back behind the net. Mikulik is in there, as well as Griffin Connolly. Connolly plays it in front. From an off angle, it's played back in between the circles. Here's Bevel Bouchard. That one-time pass eluded the stick of Liam Eden. Bevel Bouchard and Mikulik are back there. Mikulik got a stick on it, but can't clear. Eden. And now Bevel Bouchard takes down the Drexel player, number 22, Jim Bell. That shot comes in front. Mikulik looking for a clearance. They can't. Only to the line. Nice stick in there again by Mikulik, making life difficult. They were looking for Griffin Connolly that time. And now Mikulik does the job. What a shift from Tim Mikulik, and he'll come to the bench. 42 seconds left on the man advantage. Brett Woshner tips the puck, wastes a few more seconds. And Maryland's having a tough time building out of the back end here. Colin Quinn and Brett Woshner with a great effort. This one comes on net. Harkins covers up with 18 seconds left on the power play. 6 minutes and 22 seconds left in the hockey game. Drexel holding up the puck as it's under 10 seconds left now. Maryland gets one more shot, and it's saved there by Harkins with the glove. All 5 men back on the ice for Drexel. And Drexel able to get a quick change. Simon Robinson back into the game. Bad giveaway here. Here's Maryland, a shot and a save by Connor Harkins. Got it on the blocker side. And now a full head of steam. Colin Quinn has another man there. Quinn brings it back, drops it in front, and Plotkin couldn't get the stick on it. Robinson keeps it in the zone, and now a stoppage here on the ice. Tail end of that shot there by Quinn. And a penalty is called here against the University of Maryland. So Drexel goes on the power play for the first time this period. Thomas Peterson goes to the sin bin. 5 minutes, 29 seconds to play in the third period. Drexel leading by 2, and a great spot here, you would think, with the man advantage. Can they add one more and all but salt this one away? Crane with a shot does get all the way through, and it was saved by Childs. Robinson plays along the near side boards. Here's Plotkin turning on it, back for Robinson. That shot is into the catching glove of the goaltender, Adam Childs. Another look at this one is Crane. He's going to let this one go from the point. A lot of traffic in front. A couple of Dragons in the way. Childs able to square it up, make the save. And here comes Maryland the other way. 1-on-none, he scores! Liam Eden with the shorthanded goal. A giveaway from Drexel right off the faceoff. Plotkin commits a bit too much. And Liam Eden makes no mistake as he attacks the net. Beats Harkins, blocker side. Maryland right back in this one. Drexel 3, Terps 2. Still a minute 14 left on the man advantage for Drexel, but they did give up the shorthanded goal. Colin Quinn plays it down back behind the net. Can they get the one right back and give themselves a 2-goal lead? He scores! Jake Rudloff throws it on net with the wrister. It was low. It beat the goaltender Childs. 5-hole. One more look at this one as Drexel gets one right back. So they give up a shorty on the power play, but respond less than 30 seconds later with a goal of their own. That was dangerous as it came right in front. Drexel looking for a clearance. And a delay penalty. Save made there by Harkins, and now a stoppage. So Drexel not making this easy on themselves here as they try to close out this hockey game. Penalty goes against Colin Quinn. And with a 4-2 lead, they'll need to defend for 2 minutes on the power play. On comes Josh Finlayson and Joe Finlayson. It'll be Joe to take the face off, but it's won by Maryland. Shot goes just high. There was a lot of traffic in front. Harkins had trouble seeing it. Liam Eden shot, he scores! Liam Eden with 2 goals in the last 2 minutes. And Maryland cuts the deficit to 1 again. Just lines it up, nobody addresses, he fires it and beats Harkins on the glove side. If you're Justin Levin, it has to be clean hockey the rest of the way. You can't continue to put your team in this position if you're on the ice where you're going a man down and trying to defend 5-on-4. At some point you'd think 6-on-4 if you were to give up another man advantage opportunity, as Maryland may be entertained and tempted to pull the goaltender at some point soon here. Josh Finlayson plays it back, and a well done there. Jimmy Bell turns on it. That pass eludes Joe Finlayson. 3 minutes and 23 seconds left in the hockey game. Drexel leads 4-3. Been a great one here, an entertaining third period. Maryland scored twice in the last few minutes, once shorthanded, once on the power play. Chase Tomorrow holds off the defender. He shoots, and what a save there by Adam Childs. And a stoppage on the ice. One more look at this one. Tomorrow so strong on the puck. He's holding off one defender as a second comes on. Comes onto the stick of Joe Finlayson, and a huge save, a game-saving one from Adam Childs in net for Maryland. Faceoff comes at exactly 3 minutes left in the game. Simon Scala-Rosenbaum plays it forward. Scala-Rosenbaum goes back behind the net. But a good play there by number 22, Christopher Bevel Bouchard. Now Maryland looking for a clearance. They'll need a goal in the next 2:45 to tie. Shot from Plotkin, low and wide. Skylar Rosenbaum in there on the forecheck. Bevel Bouchard is strong on the puck. Good move there. Christopher Bevel Bouchard gets by one defender. And Drexel able to get control of it. Noah Montague overskates it, and here's Simon Skylar Rosenbaum with it. Finlayson and Crane are in the area. This comes up and out of the zone. It just bounces over the stick of number 29, Connor Havey. They'll play it back. Now it's behind the net. Noah Montague turns on it. He'll flip it high and out of the zone on a deflection. And that is pulled down by a hand pass on the Maryland side. So the faceoff will come back the other end. 2 minutes, 2 seconds left. Drexel nearly there, but certainly the effort will need to continue for the next 122 seconds, as Adam Childs will likely come to the bench shortly. And Maryland will throw the kitchen sink here at Drexel, trying to tie this one up. Their first 2 road games of the year both went to overtime. Can they find a way here tonight? A deflection, a second shot goes wide. Mikulik thought about pinching, probably a good decision not to, as he's going to play it back. Just got to make sure you're in position and don't take any unnecessary chances at this time. Maryland has it now. Nathan Hefner winds and fires. That was wide. Harkins saw it the whole way. Maryland turns with it now. Childs remains in the net. 1:30 to play. Colin Quinn. Here comes the goaltender to the bench. Drexel looking for a clearance. They can take a shot towards net. Woshner elects to play it back. Mikulik flips it forward. Now the 6 skaters are out there on the ice. Maryland pumps it forward. 1:10 to play. Maryland, it comes right in front. Drexel sends it all the way down the ice. That will go wide. And now icing is called. Scott Sutherland got on his horse to keep as many seconds as he could on the clock. One minute, 2 seconds to play. A timeout called. Maryland burns their timeout. Go over some strategy, give their guys some rest. Drexel with a 4-3 lead. Thanks for being with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network. All of our games on DHN are brought to you by the Drexel University LeBeau College of Business. For over 125 years, Drexel University has been uniting academia and industry to empower the next generation of leaders. Enroll in graduate and executive education programs at our LeBeau College of Business and join over 40,000 alumni who are transforming their careers and industry. Learn more at drexellebeau.com. Justin Levin has talked about this program continuing to escalate, getting to the next level, as now a corresponding timeout is called by the opposition. And it's games like these against recognized programs like Maryland, teams that play this game at a very high level at the ACHA D2 level. And Maryland, a strong team here tonight, giving Drexel everything they've wanted. Drexel has handled the conversion from one conference to a more stronger conference quite well this year. And, it's opportunities like these to make a statement. And that's what we'll see over the next minute, too. Can Maryland find a way to get a tying goal here? As Justin Levin has a conversation with the team, can they find a way to keep that puck out of the back of the net? A couple clearances should do the trick. The net remains empty for Maryland. 6 skaters on the ice for the Terrapins, 5 for Drexel. The 5th coming a little bit late, Jimmy Bell. Face-off sent back behind the net. Maryland controls. What a play there by Jimmy Bell to get down. That was a dangerous pass coming in front. 48 seconds left. Maryland drops it in front. They can't get the shot off. Scrambling in front. Drexel can't get the clearance. Up to the point. A one-time fire is deflected wide. Comes back to Tyler Mcevoy. Played in front. There's the shot that goes wide. Andrew Amick is there. Sent back below the goal line. 25 seconds left in the game. Drexel leads by 1. Drexel desperate for just one clearance here. Maryland gets a pretty good look and sends it across the crease. Back to the point and kept in. 12 seconds left in the game. Drexel still unable to clear. Now it is into the neutral zone. 6 seconds left. Maryland, one last-ditch chance. Bouchard can't get the shot off, and that's the end of the game. Drexel hangs on. Maryland was throwing the kitchen sink at him at the end. Drexel, some tired legs out there on the ice, find a way, diving, scrapping, and keeping that puck out of the back of the net. And that's all you can ask for here from this Drexel team. What a game, what an ACHA Division II showcase between two really good hockey teams. Drexel comes up to the win, 4-3. And they mob Connor Harkins, who had a tremendous game in net, allowing just 3 goals on 28 shots, but as mentioned, a lot of those shots were of the high danger variety. And he hung in there tough. Had to deal with multiple power play opportunities and penalty kill necessities for this Drexel team, and he hung in there, played a brilliant game of hockey. Tim Mikulek scored 2 goals this evening. He had a great game. Joe Finlayson and Josh Finlayson showed strength on the puck and the ability to keep that puck below the opposing goal line. Colin Quinn puts a ton of speed out there. Chase Tomorrow is going to toe drag, as you'll see at this level. A real team effort from this Drexel Dragons team, and they win 4-3. Thanks for being with us here on the Drexel Hockey Network. We'll hang on just for a few minutes to see if we're getting any players for interviews. But for those of you that choose not to stay, thanks for being with us. We had split camera folks here today, and they did a great job. Ian Huver in the third period came in, learned the system well, and did a great job with the camera. Mike Crisafulli, as always, does a great job. I'm Bob Long, your play-by-play host here on the Drexel Hockey Network. Thanks for being with us. For those inclined, hang with us, and we'll see if we can get a few interviews with some of the boys after the game. Hang tight, folks. We are going to get a couple interviews here. For those of you that are hanging on, thanks for doing so. We'll be right back with the interviews here on the Drexel Hockey Network. As mentioned, we will be having interviews in just a few moments here on the Drexel Hockey Network. We have some guys coming up the stairs right now. Tim Mikulik, one of them. So stay tuned. Hang in for just a minute or two. All right, welcome inside our broadcast booth here for the Drexel Hockey Network. The Drexel Dragons, a 4-3 winner over the University of Maryland. We have the goaltender, Connor Harkins, great job in net, Tim Mikulik, and Jake Rudloff. Guys, tremendous effort. Let's start with you, Connor, well, because you have the microphone. How were you seeing things in net there today?
The first 2 periods, they made it easy for me, not too many shots. And then third period, things started to get a little hectic, but we figured it out, grinded through, and got the dub.
Tim, for you now, a couple of nice efforts both defensively and on the scoring end. Feeling good about the way you're playing, I'm sure. How do you feel about not just yourself, but how the rest of the team is coming together at this point?
I think we're starting to, get in stride at the right time of the season with a lot of league match games coming up and, behind us. So it was good to get a win against the league opponent, coming into the home barn. Played the game right, played it simple, got pucks deep, and worked hard and just buried the puck when we got the chance. So it's a good effort.
Jake, for you, this is a Maryland team that has a lot of guys that can skate. You guys do as well, but that jumps off the page. What's it like being on the defensive end, having to contend with some of those guys with a combination of speed and strength?
It's definitely a little bit harder being on the shorter end of the team, but you just got to be able to hold your own and just be able to get pucks out quickly. There are a lot of fast guys, and especially when we take penalties, it makes it even harder to compete against them.
We'll bring it right down the line here. The change in the conference itself, how do you guys feel you're doing with that transition, and anything you guys think you need to work on?
They're both freshmen.
Okay, well then, Tim.
They, tough question.
Yeah, it's tough to really establish a benchmark, huh?
Coming in from the DVC last year, we kind of had our way most of the games. We were coming in, for the most part, knowing we had the talent, with just hard work. This year it's more, we got to put the hard work into it because we know there's going to be some teams that are more skilled than us and a lot of depth, a lot of talent with every team. So it's more playing the smart, simple hockey instead of trying to, be the finesse guy and go end to end, which I think we're adapting to pretty well now.
All right, so I got a good question for the freshmen that maybe you won't answer quite as well. How's college hockey? Break that down. What's that transition like, and how do you feel it's going so far?
College hockey's great. Jesus Christ. It's a little bit faster than high school was. It's definitely a lot of more bigger guys, some older guys than I'm used to, but overall it's about the same.
And how about for you, Connor, seeing it through the lens of a goaltender?
It's definitely a lot faster. Shots are harder, stuff like that. And then overall, it's just a longer game. The extra going from 15-minute periods to 20. I think the first couple games that was kind of a big difference for me. But it's good though. I like it.
Good. Glad you guys are enjoying it. You guys are doing well. It's a fun product to watch out there. Fun product to broadcast. Keep up the good work, and congrats on the win here tonight. It was a good one.
Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, guys. And that's your final here from the class of 1923 Arena. Drexel 4, Maryland 3. Your 3 stars of the game here tonight with us in the booth. Until next time, Bob Long saying so long here from Philadelphia. Thanks for being with us.